was like kind of intimidated because I was like, oh, there's no one that really looks like me. But there were very few, women like Patricia Bright and Jackie Aina were two women that I constantly were watching. But besides them, I don't really remember seeing that many girls on Facebook, on YouTube that were like doing what I wanted to do, right?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jamar Denzel from the Let's Get Real podcast, and we have yet another video from this new season, and I'm happy to introduce a multi-hyphenate business woman. She does so many things that we're going to learn about today. I'm learning, at the beginning of the show, I learned so many new things about her. So we have Shelly. She's an amazing woman that I met here in the DMV area. I met her during her, as she called it, her party life era. And ever since then, I just seen her going crazy with the model work. She's been doing so many things. It just came to my attention. She also is in real estate, so we definitely gonna have to talk about that a little bit. Because I'm thinking about, I don't know what to do with my real estate. So hopefully she can help me out within this episode alone. We gonna figure it out today. So, Shelly, hey, how's it going?
Hi, Jamar. I'm good.
You good? You ready to get real?
Yes, I'm so ready.
I'm happy to have you on. I'm happy you can be the second interview of this new season.
Nice.
I also don't know if you know, we are closing down here soon.
Excuse me?
We are closing down here. So this is going to be one of the last episodes shot in this location.
Wow, that just broke my heart.
So it's a little honor.
But I understand.
Yeah, I mean, things you grow, like you're multifaceted spaces, we outgrow them sometimes. And it's not because we need to leave. It's just because we looking for something better.
That's good.
I want bigger space so we can host all the new things that we're going to do at the space, and I just want bigger.
I'm excited for you because when one door closes, another door opens, and then maybe even bigger.
Yeah, so we're just going to take a little break. It's going to be like a little 3 to 4 month gap.
That's good.
Maybe not even start back up until next year, but definitely not going anywhere.
Okay, that's good to know because I'm like, down the street from my house. So I'm like,
I need to know some new. I'm asking for location ideas.
Yeah,
we looking like in Lorton, keeping Alexandria.
Okay,
might go the furthest is Greenbelt.
Okay, nice.
On the other side, like Greenbelt, Silver Spring.
Okay, that's still not too bad. Still very much DMV coded.
It's like 20, 35 minutes out of DMV.
Yeah,
even like Rockville on the other side of Maryland. Wow. And Forestville.
Well, we've done a lot in this space. Like the transformation from even when you first opened, I remember I came and took a tour with my business partner, and I was so impressed.
Parties. You was talking about having parties.
Yes, little events and everything. So I'm definitely excited to see what else you guys have coming up next. This is going to be good.
Yeah, I'm looking for a big warehouse space. Like I want to just build on community in the city. I'm born and raised DC, but growing up, I didn't really have a lot of city love.
Yeah.
Growing up, because I was dealing with my own little things. And so, but now as an adult and as being blessed, as what I like to call it, I know I'm being blessed from, I don't put a name to the entity that's above, but I know I'm being blessed. And so I know it's part of my gift and my purpose to give it out to share it with the world.
That's good.
So I do want bigger spaces where I can do more collaborations with other artists and keep the podcast going and things like that. Because I think conversations that we're going to have today is what's needed in this day and age. Like the positive, not the real pill talk or just, we just...
Yeah.
There's some good stuff going on. I got my beautiful black queen right here, and I got a lot of nieces. And,
oh man!
So I would love for them to watch this video, and they could.
Yes, absolutely.
And it does because it does kind of hurt because I remember watching them watch YouTube once, and all they said was that only characters like the pretty girls are white on YouTube. They couldn't find any black pretty girls.
Oh wow!
That hurt my heart when I heard them say that.
I mean, for a while, it was true. I remember when I had the desire to want to even start YouTube, which was in 2015, my freshman year of college, I was kind of intimidated because I was like, oh, there's no one that really looks like me. But there were very few, women like Patricia Bright and Jackie Aina were two women that I constantly were watching. But besides them, I don't really remember seeing that many girls on Facebook, on YouTube that were doing what I wanted to do, right? So that kind of made me take a pause or not pursue it fully. But now that I'm older, I'm you know what? I'm going to do this because I'm sure that there's someone younger that wants some direction and some insight on just life, So that's what I'm doing now too, is YouTube.
Okay. So tell me, describe everything that's Shelly right now. What's Shelly getting into? What's her multi-hyphenate? What's the titles?
I do believe I'm like you said, multi-hyphenate, but I'm multi-dimensional. I'm not just one thing. I'm not just in one box. Some days I'm quiet. Some days I'm loud. Some days I'm wearing all black. Some days I'm color blocking and wearing all types of colors, right? And that goes in tandem with like my personality too. But overall, it's steady. You're always going to get me at the end of the day, raw and authentic, right? But when it comes to the things that I do, I'm overall creative. I feel like when I see something and it may be a problem, say there's a problem, I'm automatically thinking of a solution, very much solution oriented. And when you think of solutions, sometimes you have to get creative. And growing up, I didn't have much. And so I was always finding myself looking at what I did have and make something out of nothing with everything that I had. Right. And so that's really where the creativity stemmed from, which is why I feel like I was able to channel into different parts of me and do different things, whether it's fashion, whether it's in IT, whether it's in real estate, whether it's learning something new and then honing in on it and building up on that skill. I feel like that's really where the creativity came from. And of course, fashion is like my favorite part.
Okay. All right. So since you say that's your favorite part.
Yeah.
Let's jump into the icebreaker. So the icebreaker for today is actually all the hyphens that you have. We got fashion, we got beauty, we got creative, we got producer, we got real estate.
Yes.
If somebody forced you to get rid of all of them but keep one, which one of those would it be and why?
That's a great question. There's one I didn't answer. There's one I didn't say.
Oh, is it that?
Yeah, no. I would be a servant of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And I say that because all those things that you listed, I would just give them all to him and just do that one thing. It's because for me, it's like, it's not about what I necessarily want to do, it's about what he wants me to do. So that's what I would focus on, is just being a servant. And I serve him through the creative things that he's blessed me with. And those are the different avenues that I'm talented and gifted in. And I just use my gifts and like pursue it in those realms of spaces. So yeah, if I could choose one thing, I would just be a servant of Jesus. That's it.
Okay. So as of right now, where do you feel like he's leading you towards?
He's definitely leading me towards, I call him my sky daddy. So he, but he's definitely leading me towards a space of intentionality. Mm-hmm. For many years, you've seen me do all types of things. I've explored the avenues. I've explored my gifts. I've recognized where I'm good at and like, okay, I see that I'm good at a multitude of things, but it's like, what is the thing, right? And so I really do believe that he's calling me to speak more. He's calling me to talk more to people. For a long time, I kind of like shied away from it. Like I'm great with like in person talking, but like to get online and to like press record and just talk to the camera, that makes me nervous sometimes. So I slowly, gradually practice talking more. Whether it's like, even I'm with a friend and we're like together just hanging out, I'll still record the convo. And like, I'll do little things by like posting YouTube shorts or posting something short on like TikTok. I really have started doing that to help me get comfortable talking more. So that's why I'm also grateful for this opportunity, because I get to talk and I get to share the wisdom that I've been able to build over the years, because it's been a lot and I got a lot to say. But for a long time, I felt like it wasn't time to say it. Yes, but now it's time to release. I really do feel like he's just calling and leading me to talk to his people, talk to the children, talk to the women, talk to the men, and just really guide them. Because I feel like there's a lot happening in the world and everyone's like kind of lost, it feels like, and everyone's always searching for truth. And I'm like, if we all just read the book, all the truth is right there. But then a part of it is also, if you spend the time with yourself in isolation, you'll also find the truth too. But in our day and age, it's hard to do that because of all the things, work, bills, job, kids, all of that, right? Problems. So it's like to be able to have the moment, even if it's just for 20 minutes every day, just be in silence and meditate and just be quiet. Meditation has saved me so much in so many seasons of my life. So yeah, that's where I would say he's calling me towards.
Okay. And what's the overall message that you want to give out?
The overall message I would say is not to worry. I feel like a lot of people worry about a lot of things that they don't have no business worrying about.
Adding stress and raising the cortisol levels.
So it makes everybody a little crazy sometimes. But it's like, don't worry about anything, you know, but trust in everything.
It's about having
trust.
faith.
It's about having faith. And to have faith is much easier said than done. When you actually exercise faith, you're now saying to yourself, I know deep down that this is possible and it will happen. Although I have no proof, I have no physical proof that it's going to happen. I just know because my God told me that this is for you. He wants you to succeed. He wants you to be successful. So it will happen in his timing, not yours. So that would be my message, is to not worry and to have faith.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about faith, and just let's transition to faith of just being a creative. How do you see yourself as a creative right now? Like, I know you're doing the YouTube shorts and everything. So what's the overall flow and like message that you're doing with your creativity right now, like through everything, through like fashion, whether it is fashion or like it was like what I haven't checked out the YouTube shorts. So what are you doing on YouTube shorts? Yeah.
So, well, as a creative, I like I said, I'm a natural born creative. I've been a creative my whole life, I feel like. So when it comes to creativity, it really dwindles down to just exploring different parts of you and exploring the different ranges that you come with. And people don't realize that creativity isn't linear. It can be very sporadic. Some days you're on go. And then there's like a month or two of just nothing. And I really feel for creatives that have like a creator block where they feel like they can't produce anything. And I had that for a while too. And for me, when things happen to me, like when life happens, that's where my creativity, that's where my inspiration comes from for my creativity. So for example, I went through a lot. I feel like we all went through a lot in 2025. 2025 was crazy, but it was necessary. Everything that happened, you needed to happen to set you up for whatever is to come, right? So like during that time of just not really knowing what to do, I was like, okay, well, I have a lot of emotions. Let me put it somewhere. For me, I always have to put my energy of creativity somewhere. Mm-hmm. So I wrote a book for the first time. Haven't published it yet, but I put my energy somewhere, my thoughts, my emotions and all that, right? And it was beautiful. It's like, oh my gosh, I actually did this. Like, this is great. That doesn't mean I have to share it with the world, right? Maybe one day I'll feel called to share it, but I'm not there yet. So with being a creative, sometimes you are very sensitive about your ish and your things, and that's okay. But when it comes to like cultivating a piece of work or a piece of art, it takes time. And that's one thing I respect about creatives. It's like social media these days, everyone just kind of does something, does a shoot, and then they post it and then the world forgets about it. And that's one thing I can't stand about the generation that we're in right now, because I feel like a lot of the things that we're creating are timeless. And so it's like these things deserve to be appreciated longer term. Like they need to be in museums. They need to be in a space where it can actually be appreciated and really taken in. So I love seeing photographers and like film producers showcase their work on a bigger scale, like mini movie theater sessions or mini art exhibitions, like solo exhibitions. I love going to solo exhibitions because then I can really see myself in their shoes wherever they were, whether it's in Jamaica or Ghana, wherever, and like see the photo blown up that they stood and took. So yeah, I'm rambling now because I forgot your question.
Do we have a saying like that here in the DMV area?
Oh, for sure. We have the people that want it so bad, but it's like the spaces to have it are limited. Although they do exist. I have a lot of cool friends that are creating those things along with myself, but it's like it takes community to, make that come to life. It's not as much as it is in New York, but it's definitely here for sure. There's definitely a need for it, a yearn for it.
There's definitely a yearn for it. Okay, because we had the conversation with the gentleman earlier, because he was saying he wasn't saying in Virginia though. He was like, he felt like DC is already popping.
It is
He was like,
popping.
DC is pop, especially he's Latino, but he was like, especially the African Americans. He said, you guys got it.
Yeah.
He said, you guys are doing it, but he said, out here we don't have it. We don't.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to hear that. Like I said, I'm ready to get back and go heavy, just all out community and doing all those type of programs. That
Nice.
You just gave me some ideas that I'm gonna have to just put in my little back pocket.
Yeah, you can have those for free.
I'm like, yo, when we do this, I'm like, Shelly, it's all Shelly. Like, it's all Shelly.
Put me in the credits.
I'm definitely put you in the credits. I'm gonna pull up one of my other questions here if I lose track of myself.
Oh yes, let it flow.
Give me 1 second.
And that's the thing, like the DMV, like DC, Maryland, Virginia, people that are not from the DMV, when they hear DMV, they think the DMV where they go renew their license. And I'm like, no, we need to put you on to the tri-state area, DC, Maryland, VA, because we got to put some respect on our name, okay? I'm trying to get people to put us on the map. Wale, he did a great job, but there's some of us that need to come together, come gather hither, and let's expand.
There's so many famous creatives that's from DC.
So
and I be like, oh, they're from DC? I'm like, yes, it's a lot of us.
Yes.
And I said, I don't know why we don't get the same shine as like New York or Miami.
We on the way.
But because we're in the middle of it. We are the hub of all the creative spaces on this coast. Mm-hmm. Between Atlanta, New York, and Miami. We are in the middle of all of them. We are at an intersection.
That is true.
And we're also the house of the government too. So we're literally the home of everything. Like all the laws, the lobbying, they get passed here. Mm-hmm. All these free programs, they start here. All of those things start here. Yeah. So we just need to really just jump on that bandwagon and really make it home and build up like the DC... like the DC film office. Like I really want to start building a relationship with them and just getting all these programs that we need out here in the city. Yeah. Because I say creativity, artists, we're not going anywhere. It's only going to get bigger. There's always going to be a need for us. Yeah. Just covering everything. That is true. Speaking of DMV, people not knowing about the DMV, that it's a place to live. You know,
a great place to live.
It's just not going to get your license renewed. We live here. We live in Virginia, Maryland, or DC. I didn't know you did real estate.
I do.
Tell me about like when was that always real estate? Or was this a new transition?
So actually, when I graduated college, I went to Virginia State, Hail State. Shout out to my Trojans. I was like not sure exactly what field of work I wanted to go in. I knew that I'm a businesswoman. I knew that I wanted to work for myself. I come from a long line of businesswomen. My mother has her own business. My grandmother had her own business, and I watched them growing up make their own money.
What type of businesses?
My mom had a daycare. So like there was a lot of youths, a lot of kids that are in this area that she watched and my grandmother watched. So like that's kind of where my socialite self came from. I realized I'm like, oh, I was always around kids, like from 6 a.m. to sometimes 11 p.m. at night and on the weekends. There was always someone in my house besides my siblings. So that's really where that part of me stemmed from. And so when I graduated, I was like, dang, like I really want to create my own path and make my own money, because I didn't like the idea of, one, asking someone to go on vacation. I was like, that's weird to me. And then two, I was like, I don't want to wake up one day and just think like, oh, my job is gonna be like gone because I'm let go or something crazy. When it's crazy because both of those things happened during when I was like going back into corporate America, but we'll get there. So yeah, I graduated and I was like, okay, I want to like start my route into real estate because I believe that home ownership is one of the best ways that people can build generational wealth. And that's my goal. You know, I want to see my family be able to thrive even long after I'm gone. They have something within the lineage and like legacy building. So I started off by working at a property management building in DC. And then I also worked at a title office. And then I also worked as an assistant for 2 realtors who are now in Florida. So I had my hands in a lot of different places before jumping into actually getting my license, because I wanted to get a feel for what the actual field was like. And real estate is rewarding if you put in the work and the time, as with anything, but it's a bit different because no one tells you what to do. And so that was back in 2022 when I got my license in Virginia. 2022.
Mm-hmm. How has that journey been? Is it fruitful?
it's definitely a lot of fruit. The basket has fruit. And when you say fruitful, I'm in the way of like character building. It comes with a lot of character development, as with any entrepreneurial role would, right? It was challenging in the beginning because starting anything new is really hard. Starting something new is not easy. So you have to kind of defeat your mind when it comes to like the imposter syndrome. Like everyone was like, oh, you'd make a great realtor. You'd make a great realtor. Yeah, you should do this. Studied mad hard to get my license. I'm like, dang, this one is long. I took that test like 3-4 times. I'm like, I'm tired, Joe, but I kept going. Finally got my license. And I sold my first property to a family friend. And I was so excited.
How long after you got your license? How long did it take?
I think it was less than a year. So I got my license in 2022, February. And I want to say I sold her condo towards the end of the year. Yeah, I want to say it was towards the end of the year, 2022. That was a process in itself. I was like, that's when I started thinking, I was like, that was kind of hard. I don't know if I want to do that again.
It took over 6 months to sell one house, sell one property.
Oh yeah, it's not easy. But that's the thing though, like everything, it's all about your mindset. I realized that. I was really young. I cannot remember how old I was. I think I was 26. But I was like, dang, you have to really, number one, you can't be a secret agent. That's one thing my mentor told me. I didn't have a mentor in the beginning. I had some friends that were in real estate that were definitely there to like help and guide me as I was in Virginia. But there was one day I was like, I need help. Like I need someone that's gonna be able to show me the ropes. So I saw a house that was for sale in my neighborhood. And then one day it said that there was an open house. So I had like freshly got my license, maybe like a month or two. And so I was like, I don't know what I should do. I found a brokerage, but then I was like, I don't know if I want to go with this brokerage because there's so many brokerages. And a brokerage is, if you don't know, it's like, if you're a model, you have an agency, right? So for realtors, we have brokerages. So I'm with Samson Properties. You know, it was between Samson, Keller, Caldwell Banker. I went with Samson. So anyways, I walk into this open house. I see this white man. And I was like, hey, introduce myself. My name is Shelly. And I'm like, I feel like you'd be my mentor. You'd be a great mentor. He was like, I've never done that before. And I was like, well, we're going to try. So I made him my mentor. Yeah. And we're still locked into this day. We actually just closed out on a rental property last month. He was out the country and he was like, I need someone to help me, you know, delegate this. And I was like, don't worry, I got you. So we've been locked in ever since. But since I've been licensed and since he's been my mentor, he's been amazing, showed me so much about the game. And he's taught me a lot about what it means to really be a consistent agent, realtor. And it's like, we have to understand that real estate is a long game. It's not something that you just do one and done. You got to go into it knowing that you're going to be doing this for a while because it takes time to build rapport. It takes time to build your knowledge, to build your database and your network. And so I understood that and I knew what I was signing up for, but I didn't realize how much it was going to take out of me to shift my identity. And that's when I recognized, I was like, oh, I'm not ready for this yet. So outside of that, you know, I got another job. I got a 9-to-5 because I realized that it costs a lot to also maintain your license. We're paying for fees every 3 months, every year, annually. We're paying, if you have to brokerage free, have to hustle the stuff you have to. And I was like, I was in a space where I was hustling and I got to a point recently, like in the last year or two, I was like, I don't want to hustle no more. So God, take care of this because I don't want to do that anymore. Like I still want to work hard. I want to work diligently, but I don't want to hustle for whatever it is that I need to get. So yeah, I realized what it took. I was like, okay, if I want to be able to lead someone through an actual transaction during a very like monumental milestone in their life, I need to be able to lead myself in my own life. So I was like, I need to be able to wake up and go to the gym. I need to make sure that my mindset is good. I need to make sure I have a dedicated routine and schedule, that I'm on time for certain things, right? That I'm pristine when it comes to how I present myself as a businesswoman, because it's like there needs to be a streamline and strategy and systems in place. And so that's when I started to learn more about what it really took and what it really takes to be an entrepreneur, and just kept learning as I go. It's like I knew I wasn't going to have all the answers right away, but I knew that over time and through being in it is when I would learn how to actually excel at it. And so I'm still learning to this day. There's so much information out there, and there's so many different ways to go about real estate, right? And I had to also think to myself, it's like, okay, helping people buy their homes or sell their homes, my focus is to be a selling agent. So I was blessed to be able to sell somebody's property as my first deal, right? But the main thing is really being able to say, hey, I can help you through this process. But you have to realize like people can be a lot. Yeah. So you then become a therapist. I literally became a therapist with my first client. I was like, oh man, this is really something. But I was like, okay, there's different ways that you can go about expanding your real estate portfolio. You don't necessarily have to be an agent because it does come with a lot of fees and payments. You could just be an owner. I could own properties in different places. I can own real estate in different countries, in Ghana, in Jamaica, in Costa Rica. Like there's different places that I could build my portfolio. So I don't necessarily need to be an agent to do that. So I see myself doing that more farther along the line. But for now, I do feel in my heart that this is what I should be doing at the moment. So here I am.
I'm happy you was able to learn all those systems and get over your imposter syndrome. You said something earlier about he said he called you a sneaky agent.
Oh, a secret agent.
A secret agent.
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
So a lot of the time when people get into real estate, well, I feel like people do this with almost anything, but
a lot of the things you're saying could be used for anything, to be honest.
Yeah. So when you start something new and you're shy about it, you kind of want to just, hey, this is what I do on the side. And you can't do that in real estate. You have to scream out the top of your lungs on a mountain. I'm a real estate agent.
You got to be McDonald's, even though they still have 3 commercials.
Yes, literally. You have to broadcast to the world, go on a billboard, do whatever, every mic. Hello, I'm an agent. Hey, if you're trying to sell a house or buy a house in Virginia, call me. I'm your girl. Like, tell everybody and their mama I'm a real estate agent.
I feel that because I feel like I didn't do that here at this space. I didn't shout out this space enough. That's why I was like, I want to. Because I was like, oh, everybody said like, oh, you're moving. I was like, well, the thing is, I've been this way for the last 2 years. I've been wanting to leave. If nobody knows, it exists. I wasn't screaming it out loud the way I was supposed to because I wasn't in love. It's not my baby, it's not the baby that I'm in love with. So I wasn't putting all the energy that I needed into it. That's why I was like, I just woke up and they raised the rent on me a little bit. Oh, so I was like, yeah. So I was like, I think that's a push I need.
That's the thing, though. See, I love that you just said that because the journey is ugly. It's not cute. It's not cute. I was like, oh, real estate is ugly. This is not what I saw on Selling Sunset. This is not what I saw when Kiana Watson was looking cute on the sidewalk in her outfits. I said,
it's gonna be 3 to 6 months down. Like maybe, like how long is it gonna take for this one person to sell this house? You probably got clients. You got to show them multiple places for free. And they never happy.
And then something happens and the deal just fumbles. I'm like, oh. Well, that was a humbling 3 months of nothing. And it's not like you got like a retainer fee just for the time for you to show them, like a tour fee or something. No. Because I was getting annoyed showing people tours here. People guys, oh, can we get it to 15 minutes? And I was like, bro, I haven't even, any tourists that came through, never booked. That's what I'm saying. The only people that book don't even come look at it. You got to do the virtual tour. That's why I posted online. I did a whole virtual. I said, here you go. But that's still not good. They still just want, I said, the ones that come in, they never want to come. And then you always get that old black lady that come in and say, oh, this is so cute. She'll come in and say, oh, this is cute. I'm like, she ain't booking. As soon as the black lady say this cute, they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. They say, oh, it's cute. And they do this. They don't like it. That's crazy. That's all. This is real cute. That's not like what you got going. Never call me again. That's insane. So I feel like the right people will come in, they will see it, they'll basket in, and they'll be like, you know what? There's something I want to do here. But it's people that are serious that are actually pull up and do something. But one thing I also realize is like people don't gravitate to something unless it's cool to everybody else. Especially if it's cool to you. Because you got to be shining at yourself. Because like if you're not, because I've learned one thing where I let the imposter syndrome get to me and I would talk myself down sometimes, even in front of you. I was like, no, I'm not that good or nothing like that. I'm not like, when you do that, people start in their head, they're like, oh, he ain't that good. Whole time you the GOAT. And whole time you are goated. Like whole time I'm him. Yes. But every time I say I'm not him out loud, people slowly start to he probably not because he don't believe it himself. So that's why you always gotta be delusional and not humble yourself. Yeah, look at Trump. Delusion. Look at Trump. Yeah. Now he's the president. Why? We're not going to get into politics. It's okay.
Took it as far as he wanted to go. But that's enough. I mean, this is a DC town. That's one of the things I'm learning in my transition is I want to learn how to talk politics in a more stable environment and more be more demure about it when I'm outside talking. This is a DC town, so it's like really hot and cold depending on who you're talking to about it. Like I don't have any affiliation with any. They all scam artists to me.
Hello.
So yes, I was like, whoever is the best candidate at the moment for me. That's how I look at it. I don't have any ties to any organization.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I don't know why people are so afraid to talk about politics. Like that's one thing I didn't understand. About
talking like money and things like that.
You said what?
Same thing like talking like money. It's like just taboo.
Yeah, that's weird to me. That should be common. Like that should be normal. One thing I want to start pushing is like for people to stop normalizing things that are not normal. And it's not normal to not talk about what's going on around us when it comes to our government and when it comes to our finances. It's very important to talk about money. It's not scary. Money is good. Money loves you. Money loves me. Money loves us. You know, it's a good thing.
It's enough for everybody.
It's enough for everybody. It's abundant. There's enough room for all of us.
I tell people the reason why I'm so open when I talk about numbers and things with people. I only started making money because I saw another brother my same age, my same color, making more than me.
Bang.
And it got my alpha male woke up in me. I was like, nah, I got it. I need to do better.
Tap
in. So that's the only reason why I literally remember the moment. I'm taller than this dude.
Yes.
And I was looking at him on his phone and I saw his bank account and I'm better than you. So I'm like, don't make sense. So I was like, it don't make sense. So at that moment, it just clicked. And ever since then, I've been all for the races.
Wow.
And so that's the reason why I don't mind sharing that. I'm like, you're not going to take nothing out of my pocket anyway. And if you are, that says more about me than it do you. Because that means I'm slipping up. So that's how I feel about it.
That's good.
So speaking of finances and literacy, how is it balancing it all as a young Black woman, balancing your finances and doing the real estate, doing the cold seasons, and doing a 9-to-5 work, but also trying to be a creative and living in your own joy. How do you balance the books?
Yeah, so actually, I'm not in a 9-to-5 anymore. Okay. I've left the 9-to-5 space. It's been over a year now. So I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I tried going back and I was like, it's not resonating with me and my spirit to do that. It's not aligning. So, and like no shade, no tea to anyone that's doing the 9-to-5. Personally, for me, it's just it wasn't working for me. So it has been interesting, but also really rewarding to understand what it means to actually be financially literate. I've started looking into like stocks and actually investing into stocks. I don't hide from my bank account anymore. I face it. I face my front and I say, okay, this is what's happening this month. These are my goals for this month. This is what we're saving this month. I make sure I put that percentage aside and I put another percentage aside just to invest into. I really do believe as a young African-American woman, it's very important to be financially literate. If you don't know about stocks, please pick up a book, go open YouTube. I know it's scary, but just do it, sis, because you have to learn. Sometimes people aren't going to show you the ropes. You know, there's always help. There's always somebody out there that is willing to help you, but you have to be able to help yourself first. And the first step is to look at what you have, look at the cards you're dealt with, look at all the ducks that you have. And if they're not in a row, get them in order quickly. Because the sooner you start investing, the better it is in the long run, because it's all about compounding, right? Everything is about compounding. So the sooner I learned that, the better it was. And I feel like me getting into real estate also helped me get more comfortable with finances and like learning about money and understanding it and just knowing that, hey, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what this is all about. I don't know what all these words mean, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to figure out what Roth IRA is. I'm going to figure out what that 401k is talking about. Okay, so that's when I had to be really serious with myself and look myself in the mirror and say, what is it that you actually want out of life? And recognize that whatever I do isn't about the money. It's about me following my alignment and following my calling, and that the money will come later on. It'll come eventually once you continue to tap into what you're actually good at and what you're called to do. So that was a journey in itself. That was a whole chapter in itself. And thankfully, like through my network, I really do believe your network is your net worth. And
I preach it all the time.
Hello, that's key. I was able to meet some people through a friend that actually like does stocks, like daily. She does daily trading, and she was able to have a lesson with me, and we just tapped into like what the ins and outs were. I'm not a day trader, so I didn't go that route, but it was very enlightening. So I'm like, okay, that at least helped me figure out what I need to do for myself to get my stuff in order. So that's something I push to women: figure out your finances quickly.
Okay. So speaking of investments and financing, what's your best advice or like call to action for like, let's say 25 to 35-year-old to purchase their first property?
My first call to action would be to, of course, your credit score. Having a good credit score, anywhere between like 650 and up. Yeah, that's like the sweet spot, but you want to be up. That's the safest place. And then also just have an idea of like where it is that you'd want your first property to be, and just know that your first property is the investment. It's not going to be the dream home. You're not going to buy your dream beautiful house the first go around. You want a starter property so you can learn what it means to even have property, to even understand the responsibility of it, because it is a responsibility. It's not something you could just buy and set it and forget it. This is your baby. You're going to have to make sure it's managed, make sure that you have go-to contractors that are on call whenever you need something fixed. Sometimes you can't always rely on a man. Unfortunately, for some of us, we are single, chronically single. If anyone's looking, just kidding.
Hey, fellas.
Just saying, you know what I mean? But yeah, some women you gotta handle it on your own, and you don't have to always wait for a husband. I don't think you should wait for a husband to buy a property. I think right now more women own homes versus men. More women own homes versus men. Yes. So just knowing. Yeah. So I'm like, just knowing that you can do it and that it's been done. Some people just don't want that burden and they would rather just rent, which is totally fine, But I'm really big on, like I said, generational wealth and like portfolio building. So just think.
So what's that process like? So like people would say, like, I think that's where it don't click in a lot of our heads. Because I tried to explain that to like even my sisters. Like I'm like, you making 6 figures, so like you gonna spend $3,000 in an apartment. You might as well buy that house, right? So yeah. But after that point, it doesn't connect to them. Okay, after I spend this money, now I have this house. How is this making me money?
The equity. So it's like, again, going back to the compound interest. Every year your house compounds. So say, for example, right now Virginia is expanding. We're getting casinos. I think there's a new stadium being built somewhere. There's several new hospitals being built. There's a new like library being built. So if you take like the Kingstown area, for example, if you buy a townhome, so let's say you buy a townhome, and this is not a price that's happening right now, probably $500,000. Let's just say that, right? And then all of these new establishments are being built over the next 3 years. Your value of your home is going to increase exponentially because of what's happening in the surrounding areas. So that $500,000 that you just bought your house for now turns into $800,000 in the next 2 to 3, 4 years, maybe.
So that soon.
It can be that soon, yes. And like the property that my mom bought herself, we got it at like, well, I don't even say the property right now. The one that we had in Lorton years ago was a single family home back in like 2009, I want to say. Yeah, 2009, 2010. My mom bought that house for, I want to say like $500,000, closer to $600,000. The house is now worth $1 million. And I'm like,
so that's $400,000 in equity. So what's the process for being able to use that though? Like the equity. So let's say I bought the house 3 years later, I had $300,000 in equity.
Yes.
How can I use that to my advantage now?
So what you can do is a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, right? So you can pull that from the bank, but then you can also take the equity from the home and purchase it into a second property.
Okay.
So that's where I'm saying like you can expand and build that portfolio through what you already have. You can still keep the house that you have. You don't have to sell it. But you take the difference that you've made in that home and you put it into somewhere else. Or you can take it for yourself. Some people do that, right? And then they invest in something else, maybe something internationally. But yeah, that's usually the process. Like people will start with their starter home and then they'll get that equity and then they'll put it into their dream home. And that's usually the process.
Okay. So for a young starter upper, single person, male or female, what's a good like budget for them to keep in mind for like, I want to save up for a house, like a good house in this DC, DMV area. What's like a number they should have in their head that like, now I'm ready to buy this house. I got this much money in the account. Yes.
I would say anywhere between 15 to 20,000 to start, right? And that's for like a down payment, you know? And so when it comes to like having your savings, at least having your ducks in order, have that and a consistent job. It's okay if you want to change your job in the midst of like going into a new property or like starting the homeowner search. You just have to have like proof that, hey, you have a letter, employment letter, you know, letter of employment. But yeah, you want to at least have 15 to 20K.
What about our self-employed friends?
Self-employed friends are a bit different. I cannot get into that because I do not know enough. But I know that it's still possible for if you're an entrepreneur like me, and I'm actually still learning about that too, is if you're an entrepreneur and you don't have like the pay stubs, what do you need to do to make sure that you're equipped to still be able to buy a property? Even if it's like, say if it's not cash. Because I think with cash properties, it's more expensive. And it's not more expensive, it's more complicated. Yeah. As far as like the rules and the regulations and like laws go. Yeah.
Okay. All right, because I'm self-employed. I ain't got no pay stub.
Yeah. So, I know Wale will have tea on that, though. He will. Wale will have tea on that.
Wale has some tea on that?
I hope he does. He should.
All right, we're going to double back. Wale's going to be another guest on the show.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, because I don't know where my decision lies yet. I'm thinking about buying some property myself.
Yes.
I just thought DC, Maryland.
The location. That was another thing I was going to say is at least know where you want to go. Like have the funds, but then it's like with real estate, everything is about location, which is why I mentioned like if you're in like deep in Virginia and like new properties are being built, if you buy a property in that area, you're more than likely going to have an increase in your equity, right? When you say you want to get your first starter home, but that's not going to be your dream home, and you want to be able to maybe rent it out in the future. If you want to rent it out to like military people, because military people are they're pretty much on point. You know, they keep the place clean. They're gonna pay you.
I was thinking about travel nurses.
Travel nurses too, near airport. I was
talking to somebody, but they have like a whole list of travel nurses that just
yes, I've heard that as well. So like getting a property near a hospital or getting a property near an airport, you know, or getting a property near a base, a military base, stuff like that is like what you want to think about for like the long term, at least when you're like looking for a property.
For that investment property.
For the investment property. Starter home.
The investment starter home.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. And then there's also like a lot of first-time home buyer grants.
Yeah, I say, I've been shooting a real estate conference every year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a real estate conference. It's like one of the biggest ones here in America. But it's all Latinos. Oh, it's a Latino market, all real estate agents, and like they hang out at the Capitol building and all that. But,
interesting.
Yeah, it's a good connect. And they legit just talk about finding ways to get their clients the best loans and things. They're like, we need to teach them. You don't need the 15, 10,000. You don't need that much.
Yeah, that is true. You could close house with $0.
Yeah, you can get it down to 0, 3.5, 0, even 0. We have to be able to figure out where the lenders are at. There's a conversation that I be like, while I'm taking photos, I'm sneakily hearing them talk. But so I was like, do you need all that much? Like they say you just gotta know who to know, I guess, or know the processes.
Yeah, the right lenders.
And the lenders. I guess that's just the lenders, because that's what they always say. You don't need that much.
That is true.
But I know like DC has the first time home buyers, and I also know like you're a government worker. They have a home buyers thing if you're a government worker. Yeah. I've been trying to get my mom to buy property for years. I'm like, you're a DC government worker. I can just go buy some property.
I don't know what it is. It just scares people.
Yeah, it's just like no, I just rent it. He was like, I don't have enough for the down. I was like, what if I gave it to him? No, still.
No, they'll make excuses all day. Oh my God.
It's like still like, no, I don't want to.
And then when you finally have, because like that's the thing about.
Because like, what if my laundry, the landlord would have to take care of it. But I was like, well, that's when insurance. I had one person, one part, they was like, well, that's why you get insurance and all those things. And insurance pay for it. It's the same thing.
Because the goal, like, I don't know, some people are just so fixed with their mindset, they don't want to change.
I think that's what it really is a change of it all.
Yeah, when I was working in the tech space, I was a Scrum Master. And
what's that?
A Scrum Master is basically like a servant leader. So basically, they are the person that kind of help guide the technical team through the process, the SDLC process, which is the software life software development lifecycle.
Okay.
Which is the process that is taken through when you're building a new software or a new website.
Okay.
There's a specific process that you have to go through when developing from the beginning to the end of the product. And so there's a project manager, a product owner, a scrum master, business analyst, and the developers on a team. And the scrum master is the person that kind of helps guide the meetings, and helps the team say, hey, if there's any issues, any problems, let me know what they are. I can help you, figure out how we can get to the bottom of this so we can continue moving the process on along so there aren't any like bottleneck issues or things that come up that kind of put the team at a halt. How can we continue to move forward? If there's any issues that come up on the team, let's, clear that up quickly and keep it going, keep it pushing. And some of that also helps like reflect, right? So I forgot why I brought that up, but it was good.
It's fine. It's cool. We all got our ADHD moments. It's fine.
No,
I'm in the same boat too, actually. So
Yeah.
let's just go ahead. We're going to go to one of our final questions because we could just talk all day. I'm going to have to just bring you back.
I know.
Because it happens so fast. The show happens so fast. So just describe to us, Miss Multi-Hyphenate, what's the day-to-day like just business-wise and creativity-wise? What's like, you talked a little about it earlier about how you have your systems in place. Like, you like to wake up this time, you got to go to the gym, you got to eat. Like, let's just what's a good, like, what's a good, perfect, productive week for Shelly right now?
A whole week? Oh my gosh.
Well, what about a weekend?
Weekends are always so different. My weeks are also different too.
Okay, well, let's just pick one. Which one? Like,
let's do the week.
The week, okay.
Every day, I do my best to wake up anywhere between 6 and 10 a.m. 6 to 9 a.m., I am taking it very slow.
Is it all Shelly?
It's only Shelly.
Only Shelly.
I do not talk to anyone before 9 a.m. I try my best not to. So waking up at 6, by 6:30, I'm on a prayer call, meditation.
Okay.
I make breakfast. So breakfast is usually the same every day. It's always like oatmeal, eggs, and like a toast with avocado. Very light, very simple. After that, I will read a chapter. I try my best to read a chapter of a book every single day, whether it's the Bible or an actual book that has like scripture in it. I'll do 20 minutes of like brain dump journaling. Just whatever I dreamt about, whatever I have on my mind, I just dump it out, put it out there. And then I start my day. So usually when I start my days, typically during the week, if I don't have like calls and meetings, which I typically do, I usually take those anywhere after 12 noon. And so between 9 and 10 a.m., I am on my my agenda. So I'm like looking at my calendar for the day. Yeah. Putting in things that I may have, didn't put in the night before. Looking at what I have ahead of my day. Just saying, okay, so I'm going to talk to you. Let me prep something for that. If it's like I need to review like any contracts, any documents, I'll look at that. I also do a lot of content creation. So I work with a lot of different types of brands. Shout out to Temu for giving me this dress. It's one of the brands I'm working with right now.
Okay.
So like I'll review contracts because I don't have like a management team. So I'm doing all that myself.
How'd you get connected with Temu?
They actually sent me an email a few months ago and I thought it was a scam. So I just ignored it. And then they sent me another email. I ignored that one. Then they sent me a DM and I was like, oh, they're serious.
This on TikTok or YouTube?
On Instagram.
On Instagram, okay.
Yeah, on Instagram. They send me a message. Usually that's where most of my collabs come from is like my Instagram posts.
How many followers do you have on Instagram right now?
Like 17,000.
Okay.
Yeah, almost 18,000. But followers don't really matter to me, unfortunately. I don't know if it's unfortunate, but they just don't matter. I just feel like they're just numbers. That's a whole nother conversation as well as far as like the creative side of things go. But it does help when it comes to like connecting with brands and like actually getting paid by them. But I do believe that if I had less followers, I would still be able to get paid from brands. Okay. Yes.
So I really need you to explain this. So what was the first project that you can talk about, like with Temu? What was that process like? Yeah,
I mean, like just like surface level. So they sent me 2 emails over a course of a few months, and I just ignored them because I thought it was a scam. I was like, I'm not buying it. Like, why would they want to work with me? Like,
how many followers were you at that time?
Still the same number.
Still okay.
17. Yeah, and I was like, that's sus. I think everything is sus in the beginning. Gotta really prove it. Then I always do like the cyber check.
And you already were like doing the Fox News. I seen your Fox and everything.
Yeah.
So you did those already?
Yes.
Okay.
Did all
they
that.
saw you from that. Okay.
I don't know. They probably saw that too. But I think the content I do with like showing off the outfits and stuff, like page. That really attracts the clothing brands. It attracts a lot of the brands that want to like give me product or pay me to showcase their product.
As a model. So you have a lot of modeling images. So okay.
Yeah. The modeling and then the like content creation part of things. I guess everything is content creation. The quote unquote influencing side of things helps. Bring in more of those deals. So it's like, I will say yes to that and I'll shoot and edit and post all that content. And then that'll attract more people to say, oh, this person is doing this thing. Let's, send them product or let's offer them this. And if you don't have a manager, you kind of have to delegate and like negotiate yourself.
It's like, so you're not using like any apps or anything? This is all like...
I'm definitely on apps. I definitely use different creator platforms that put me in connection with different brands.
What type of apps? Because I was looking at apps, I couldn't figure the app game at all.
Oh yeah, there's so many. One that comes up top of my head, I just got confirmed with them today. Actually, it's called Bulba. So I think I've heard of that one. Bulba, yeah, I've never heard of them before, so I'm excited to explore it. But basically, they connect you with brands, and like you can just talk to them directly about different opportunities, branding deals. Another one is, I think it's called Upfluence. That's another creator brand. So you just make an account and then you see like what brands are already registered, and then you kind of submit yourself. And then if they, they like your brand, they like your portfolio, they'll, send you the contract, you do the agreement, and you go from there. So I did another collab with like a purse. It's called Verano Hill. That's cool. So a lot of it, yeah, it's cool.
So your niche right now is focusing on the fashion, makeup, like beauty products, I guess.
Mostly skincare, a lot of wellness products too. I really do like to push holistic living and like wellness items. So I've done stuff with like elderberry syrup and oregano oil. So a lot of healthy brands reach out to me.
They pay well, or the collaboration deals?
Not all of them do. Not all of them pay. A lot of them pay with product because a lot of these are smaller brands. Mm-hmm. They're trying to like, get themselves out there. So they don't pay, but there are some brands that are more established that do pay. I just did a recent collab with a hair brand that was like word of mouth connection, and they paid me. So instead of like giving me hair, they paid me to actually create content for them too. Okay. So there's definitely a lot of room there, but I definitely want to grow more in the brand space and working with like bigger brands and actually getting paid bigger money, because I know I know it's possible.
Let's manifest something real quick. Let's
do it.
What's a brand you thinking of? Let's just say it out loud.
Dang, what's a brand?
Let's call it to fruition. Let's call the names out.
I really want to work with... Wow, I don't know. The first brand I think of is Target.
Target, okay.
Yeah, I want to work with brands like Target, like really well-known, established brands that are like here to stay. Sephora, that's a dream. I worked at Sephora a few years ago as an employee, so I would love to work with Sephora. Yeah, those are my top two. I'm gonna speak that into existence.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna clock that in right now. All right.
Clock it.
All right. So, how do you see yourself moving forward? We're going past 2026. Hopefully, DT's not here for much longer. Hopefully after the 3-year mark, we be good to go. We be on another journey. How do you see yourself creatively, Miss Real Estate and TikTok and influencing? Do you have a list of goals? Do you have like a 5-year plan?
I don't. I got rid of that.
You got rid of it?
I have a vision.
Got rid of it?
I got rid of it, yeah.
The 5-year plan?
Yes.
Like you had one and you got rid of it, or you just got rid of the notion?
Both. I had written it down. I said, what's this? I just threw it out because literally...
Look, the accent came out too.
The accent came out. Because I'm like, you can plan your life A to Z and then God will
We got to do another show because we got more to talk about, because we ain't even got enough time to talk about the gang. I had it earlier. The Ivorian and Ghanaian descent, and heritage and everything. Ghanaian.
Yes, close.
Yeah. We ain't even got enough talk. Like, how's that influence?
It gets
your
deep.
Lifestyle and your life right now, and
it's
just making
rooted.
Decisions. Because I'm pretty sure it even affects this decision making.
It does.
But are you a first time generation?
I am.
You are?
I am. Yes, first generation. I have an older brother, but I'm the first girl of the family, so a lot of pressure. The children are waiting for a lot of things.
Especially doing this creative stuff with no 9 to 5. I'm pretty sure the pressure they put on you.
Every day she's like, so are you sure you don't want to become a nurse? And I'm like, no, I'm sure I do not want to become a nurse. What the heck?
And no kids yet either, so.
No kids. She's like, are you sure you don't want to come to my church? There's a lot of handsome lawyers and doctors. And I'm like, Becky, no. I threw that 5-year plan away because I'm like, I literally am giving it to God. Every day I just wake up and I say, God, what do you want me to focus on today? What do you want me to share? What do you want me to do? I'll do it. And that's the sacrifice to be obedient. And I realized that obedience is better than sacrifice. And it's like, I could sacrifice my time and I can be doing this and going up and down and being here and doing that. But did God tell you to go and do that? That's what leads you to burnout. He don't want you to be burnt out, you know? So I had to really ask myself, like, okay, what is it that I'm actually aligned and called to do? And I will do that thing. And that's where like Fly by Design came about. I literally felt a call to build community. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. It happened so organically. It happened so naturally. And that's where I met you.
What happened to it? Is it still alive?
It's still there. It's still there. I needed a break because I realized that I needed to continue to cultivate more of my identity before the true impact came. And that was really tough because I really did love being with people and being around people and hosting things. But I literally had to take a year off to sit still. And I'm so glad that I didn't have a job when I like lost my job back in 2024 because I needed that reset year. I needed 2025 to happen the way that it did so that 2026 can go the way that it's going. And we're still early in the game. There's still so much. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that there's good things that go on. Good things are coming. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what's to come. I don't know what all it's going to entail, but I know it's going to be a lot of good things as long as I continue to keep my ears open and just to be steadfast. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So like, I think we could talk all day.
Yeah.
So we definitely gonna have to bring you back. Like I want to host. I think I'm gonna host a party here, a going away party or something.
Yes, you should.
So we're gonna do some type of event here. Maybe dope. Next month.
A little creative mixer.
Yeah. Like I want to do those continuously, but so we definitely gonna have you back here on the show. We talk more about your heritage and things like that. Yes. I think that would be a good conversation to have. So you got any shout outs or any projects you're currently working on or like collaborations, people you do want to get some love to or anything?
Yes, for sure. Of course. Which camera am I doing?
This camera right here.
Okay. Of course I want to give a shout out to God. Number one, I want to give a shout out to my creative collectives, Dream Team International. You can find them on Instagram at Dream Team INTL, and Fly by Design. You can find us at Fly by DEZIGN on Instagram, and of course myself, the African Bombshell, and you can find me at THE African Bombshell.
All right.
And as far as upcoming projects, I am very excited because I'm going to be doing more panel opportunities. So there's a panel event for Her Fever. I think you can find them at Her Fever on Instagram. I'm going to be leading their panel discussion for their Women's Empowerment event in May. So I'm really excited about that.
Okay. And this may or may not be out by then.
Oh.
Should be out sometime. It's going to be sometime in May. I'm just not sure when.
Okay. Well, if they catch it, they catch it. There will be something on YouTube.
There will be something on YouTube. Look them up regardless of the fact.
Yes.
All right. So it was great having you on the show, Shelly. Thank you for getting real with us. We're gonna get a little bit deeper next time.
Yes.
So yeah, everybody, that's the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you check us out on all our social media platforms and keep streaming. If you guys got any more guests, you may know that would love to be on the show. Write them down in the comment section below, and we're gonna check you guys out next time.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah.